You're muted. I had to mute you, so now unmute yourself. There you
Hi,
go.
everyone. It's so fun to start a training by unmuting yourself. But I was saying, my name is Sherry Donovan. I'm an Optavia certified health coach, and I'm so excited. We're going to have such a fun training tonight. So get ready to get empowered and get some great information. I actually have a slideshow presentation. So let me start my screen share for y'all, and we're going to get this party started, as I always like to say. Okay. So we are, as I said, my name is Sherry Donovan, and 4.5 years ago, I lost 50 pounds. I sure couldn't have jumped that high 50 pounds ago. And it's so true. We were saying in the pre-party how we start feeling so much better. And my husband, Mike, he lost 75 pounds in about 6 months. And this is so exciting because I became a health coach to help my husband. I wasn't a health coach 4.5 years ago, but it's been so much fun helping him. So I would love to tell you what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about sugar addiction. And oh my goodness, help everybody, help. Candy and sugary treats are everywhere, aren't they? Woo, everywhere you look. The Easter Bunny just came. What? Hey, Easter Bunny, what are you doing? Let me stop my share for just a second. Hey, sorry, everybody. I don't know how, I mean, Easter's over, right? So, hey, Easter Bunny, what are you trying to do? No, I don't want those peeps. No, thank you. No. What do you got? What do you got in there? No. I don't want that Dove chocolate. So Easter Bunny, I thought you were done a couple days ago. So I don't know what you're still doing here, but just go away. We don't need any of this. We're going to talk about sugar addiction and you're not helping. So hop away. All right. Sorry, I don't know. I must have left the back door open or something. Well, we're going to do our training. I don't know where my husband is, but maybe the Easter Bunny will grab him for me. So let me continue my screen share. Okay, yeah. Wow, that was a close call on that. So you know what? We're gonna talk about sugar addiction. And the Easter Bunny didn't help, did the Easter Bunny? No. So what we want to tell you to do is hang on to your health coach and share your success with our fun Elevate contest. We know that it's really important to be accountable. So we have this great contest. Every month we have one in Elevate, and I want to highlight and tell you about it. So this month we're doing what's called the Spring into Summer Posting Challenge. And that started the beginning of April. It's going to the end of April. And this month you have a choice. I love it. So what you're going to do is you can receive one entry when you post a simple sentence, and you're going to put it on some colorful background and post something like, I'm springing into summer. I'm down 10 pounds. I'm down 15 pounds, whatever it is, and feeling amazing. Thank you. Tag your coach and for sharing it with me. You're going to tag your coach because when you do that, that's how you're going to be entered into the drawing. So your coach knows. Or you can double your entries when you post a side by side. So you're going to do the same thing, but you can post a side by side, and you're going to also put that verbiage in. So you want to post that on your personal Facebook timeline. Make sure your post is set to public. You're going to tag your coach, and then you're going to go over to our amazing Elevate page, and you're going to make sure you tag your coach in the on that post and let them know, because again, that's how you're going to be entered into the drawings. And guess what? You can post an update weekly and be entered multiple times through the month. And we're going to do the drawings for the winners the first week in May. And it's a great accountability challenge. So get going on that. All right. So now we're going to do, here's Mike. Hey. Honey, I was waiting. I didn't know where. Sorry, he was late to the party, but did you see the Easter Bunny out there?
I did.
I hope you shoot him away. Gosh, that was kind of creepy.
He didn't want to leave.
Okay, so Mike's going to do our due diligence for us.
All right, Optavia makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with Optavia results from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the Optavia income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches.
Yeah, very good. Okay, thanks, honey. All right, we want to start with some fun facts. I mean, who doesn't love some fun facts about Easter candy, right? So did you all know that one peep is about 27 calories and it's 0.1 gram of fat? Okay, not bad, right? That's kind of comparable to, I don't know, just a little snack of something.
Now, can you believe one Cadbury egg equals 150 calories and 4 grams of fat? That's hard to believe.
Yeah, okay, but one solid chocolate Dove bunny, that is 660 calories and 42 grams of horrible, sugary, bad for you fat, okay? And Mike and I, you saw our before pictures, we're recovering sugar addicts, and it's easy to justify like, oh, just one little piece of
I had
chocolate.
my share of Cadbury eggs.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? That's not okay. Now we know different, don't we? So now continuing on talking about our peeps, what's your weight loss in peeps? Okay, you can get your calculator out real quick, but you know what? I have lost 2,100 peeps in weight. Can you believe it?
All right, I went on to lose 3,150 in peeps. That's a lot of peeps.
That's a lot of peeps. Yeah. So how about you? The calculation goes like this. It's your weight loss times 42. And put that in the chat. What have you lost in peeps? Okay. That's a lot of peeps. And I know my other coaches are on here to help me look at the chat. So let's continue on. That's interesting, right? Okay. We're going to talk about the dangers of sugar. Okay.
That bunny doesn't look so friendly now,
And,
does
and
it?
he's saying, eat lots of chocolate.
Ugh,
Is that your best
That's-
evil laugh?
that's the best I can do.
Eat lots of chocolate. Okay, don't do that.
Okay,
right.
well, we know that sugar causes glucose levels to spike and plummet.
Yeah, and it increases risk of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. We
Right.
don't want that for you. No.
And it can compromise your immune function. That's so important nowadays.
So important, and also accelerates aging because it will take away from the collagen in your skin, and we do not want that. So no more evil Easter bunny. All right. So you know what? First thing we're going to do, okay, and this is something that Debbie Akmoody, my coach, she always says this, you want to EGR. And I remember one time I said, Debbie, what is that? It's extra grace required.
I'll need that.
Right. We all need to give yourself extra grace. Okay. So if you fell off the wagon, had some chocolate or some different things at Easter, we're here to help you. So I'm so happy you're here tonight. So first, give yourself that grace, and your coach understands. Your coach can help you. And so we want to empower you and give you some great tools. Okay. First thing you're going to do.
All right, you want to get out your life book?
Yeah.
Turn to element 4, building a healthy mindset.
Now, don't do it right now. Element 4 is about page 100. It's one of my favorite elements, and we're going to empower you and equip you and explain some of these things. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is it starts with self-awareness. You need to be aware of what you're doing and take control. That's the first thing.
Right. Number 2, you need to decide that you are going to take responsibility for your own behavior and your own results. It's all about personal accountability.
Yes. So who's in control? I don't know about y'all, but when I first got on program 4.5 years ago, I lost all control. I was not eating healthy. I did not know how to break that cycle. And I just wanted to lose weight. I never dreamed I would start getting so healthy when in my mind. So that's what we love about this. Okay. Now, one of the things in element 4 you're going to learn about is called the drama triangle. Ooh, we want to get out of that drama triangle. Okay, up in the top, you've got the victim. I'm going to explain a little more. Then you got the villain. Then you got the hero. And it's this cycle of drama. All right, so let's see how that looks. Okay, so here in the top is the victim. The victim is saying, it's being done to me. And they brought donuts into work. What was I supposed to do? Pizza, cookies. They brought it into me. So it's not fair. It's not my fault as you're eating a cupcake, right? Then you have the villain. The villain is who is at fault. Okay. They're kind of pointing to different people. And I blame you. I blame them. I blame myself. That's the villain. And then you have the hero. The hero is, I'm here to save the day. I'm also enabling victims. Okay, so I'm going to take the screen share off because Mike and I want to read directly from the life book for you right now, because there is excellent information. So get your life book out. This is going to be a game changer for you. Okay, so like we're saying, first, it starts with self-awareness. If you are unaware that you are operating in a subconscious level and making choices that are not of your own best interest, then how can you improve? So you need to become aware.
Right. You need to decide that you're going to take responsibility. Again, there's that word for your own behavior and your own actions. That's huge.
Yes. And now this is very different from placing blame or responsibility on something or someone outside of control. So again, who is in control? You are, right?
Right. And when we place blame on others, we give away our power and we surrender control, and we place the cause and the reason outside of ourselves.
Well, that's no fun. We don't want to do that. So, you know what, for me, the way I started on program is I'm a praying girl, and I prayed, Lord, please help me lose weight, And so personally, I believe that God gives us our own free will to make our own decisions, but he wants us to be empowered and to be able to make our best decisions and choices. So when we decide that we are the dominant force in our lives, and to make those decisions, good or bad, right? We're taking back our power and responsibility when we start making great choices. And just like Cindy Stockstill was saying before we got going on the training, that she didn't have any Easter candy for the first time ever, because that's what she is doing, right?
And did you know that most people play the victim? They want to be the victim, and they wonder why, why this is happening to them. So you got to get out of that mindset.
Yeah, that was me 4.5 years ago. It sure was. And then others play the villain and they blame what is happening on someone else or on themselves. That's the villain.
Okay. And the third group is going to be the heroes. They hate conflict and they hate pain. They're going to avoid dealing with it by overcompensating and arriving to save the day.
Yeah. And guess what? I kind of did a lot of heroing before where I'm like, I'll fix it. I'll take care of everyone. I got this. But that is not healthy. Okay. But good news. Okay. When you take responsibility, you're refusing to get caught up in that drama triangle. Get out of there. No, don't get caught up in it.
Right. And why do people get caught up in the drama triangle? Because something goes wrong and they're fearful they will look bad, get into trouble, or have their ego damaged. And so the drama just continues.
Yeah. And we have a little saying, your ego is not your amigo. Okay. Get over it. Don't let yourself fall into that. So many times the players shift roles. I'm going to show you again. Let me go back to our screen share here, because watch this. Okay. You can actually interchange, and you can go from being the villain to the hero to the victim. And it kind of, the cycle continues until you break it. So
all right, so this can lead to anxiety, stress, unhealthy habits like emotional eating and other addictions. So rather than surrendering and being part of the drama triangle, Dr. Anderson teaches us that in element 4 of how to create a new healthy habit to empower yourself and take control of your decisions.
Don't you love it? So we want to really highlight that you want to get that life book out, element 4, it's going to change your life. We're going to train a little bit more on that tonight, but we really want to encourage you to look at this. And so, one of the most important things that you're going to learn in your life book and in element 4 is what we call stop, challenge, choose. Oh, wow. I love that. I do that to this day. So, okay, get out of that drama triangle. Just get out.
Okay. And when you're tempted, write down the circumstances. What is the trigger? So why is this affecting you?
Right. And then create a micro habit to insert when you recognize the situation. A micro habit is a small habit that's taken over a bad habit. Okay.
Okay. And you want to stop, take a sip of water, drink a bottle of water, turn around 3 times, dance to some fun music, just do something to snap you out of it.
Yes. Okay. To break that cycle. And then challenge, go to the Elevate page and read an inspirational post. You all inspire us every day. And that's what Elevate's for, to empower and equip all of us. Okay.
And the last one you're going to choose, decide the next best action to break that cycle.
Yes. I love it. Okay. You got this. You can do this. Okay. So empower yourself and take control of your decisions. You absolutely can do that. And I love how Dr. Anderson has taught us. We love Dr. Anderson. He's taught us to stop, challenge, choose. and we love him. And thank you, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, because you have changed our lives for the better. We love him. Okay, so you don't have to take my word for it. We have our guest speaker is Chris Schultz. She is a healthcare professional, a dear friend of ours. She's an amazing health coach and quite the brainiac, I just got to say. So Chris, take yourself off mute. I would love to have you share a little bit more about sugar addiction.
Oh, thanks, guys. I'm always so honored when you invite me to share. So hopefully I can do well by you. So just a little bit about myself, because I'm sure there's a lot of people on here that don't know who I am. My name's Chris Schultz, and I'm a family nurse practitioner. I started a program about 1 year and 4 months ago, and it changed my life dramatically. I lost 50 pounds, but that wasn't the best thing about program for me. It really helped me regain control of my life and my health. And by doing that, I just followed the system, and it really was amazing. And it was not hard, and it doesn't have to be hard because everything's set up for you here. Sherry had put that PowerPoint up there that had several questions on there. And I just want you guys to ask yourself these questions and answer them honestly. Do you crave specific foods? Are you constantly thinking about sugar? Do you feel guilty after you eat something sugary? Do you eat large amounts and have little control to stop when you're not hungry anymore? Do you overeat to the point where you're miserable? Do you try to justify why you ate that brownie or that ice cream? I know I used to do this all the time at work, is I'm going to eat a bag of licorice because I'm stressed. This place is, going up in flames, and it's okay that I ate this. So if you do that, you may have a sugar addiction, and that's okay. The first step is just really admitting it. And once you admit it and acknowledge it, you can understand how sugar contributes to our poor health. And that gives you the power to change those behaviors, which has a dramatic impact on the quality of your health, as well as the quantity and quality of your life. And so, like I said, first step is acknowledgement. The second step, I don't know if anybody has heard this before, but I've heard this throughout my entire career. Knowledge is power. And by gaining knowledge, you give yourself the power to change, to create a plan, and to move forward. And the best thing about this plan is it's already created for you. You just have to follow it. And that's the easy part. They have made it so simple, and they have given you the tools to succeed. All you have to do is capitalize on them. And that's the easy part. How's this done? Well, you already did it. You took step number 1. You signed up to change your health and to learn how to eat right and lose weight by following the system. The second one is the system. It's not just the food that you bought. It's the program. It's your coach, number 1. Reach out to them. It's not just their responsibility to reach out to you, but reach out to them. Let them know that you're being accountable. Let them know what your struggles are. We're all human. Like they said, give yourself some grace. We're learning. And as we learn, we stumble. And as we stumble, we change our behaviors so that we don't do it in the future. And that's okay. Grace is an amazing thing. And the best thing about this is, if you stumble and you eat that carrot cake that your daughter made, which I didn't, by the way, because she wasn't here, she was in Dallas. But I did pass on the cake balls that were staring at me. But you have 2.5 hours later to make a better choice. So stop, challenge yourself to get right back on program and choose to get healthy. It really is simple. And so use your coach, use Elevate, put it out there. Debbie and Andy created an amazing resource for us, and share your non-scale victories, share your struggles. That's what it's there for. The people on that are amazing. And so that will help you. Get into your life book, 5 minutes a day. That's it. You can read it over a year. 5 minutes. Everybody has 5 minutes. I know my husband sits on the toilet for longer than 5 minutes. So get in your life book. Sorry, Jeff. I knew you would be mortified, but we all know you sit in there for a long time. You're on the Tuesday night client calls. Woo, that's number one. This is the best place to learn about it. So let's learn about a little bit of statistics. I've said this before. 70% of Americans are overweight or obese. That's a huge number. 19.7 children and adolescents. That's 14.7 million children and adolescents have been set up for long-term health complications from obesity. That's terrible. That's terrible. As adults, grandparents, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, we got to teach them how to eat right. I tell my clients all the time, get on program, make your family eat this way. It's good for them. They'll learn to like it. You learn to crave the foods. It is a social crisis. It causes diabetes, chronic pain, poor sleep, anxiety, depression. And then you add the sugar addiction to your anxiety, depression. It leads to further overeating. It leads to overweight, being socially isolated, which compounds your anxiety. It compounds your depression. It is just a cyclical cycle of bad behaviors and psychological torture. I mean, that's the bottom line of it. So, get on program, get in here and learn, get off the sugar. Our plan is perfect for that. So what happens to our body when we eat high sugary foods? We have an increase in sugar in our bloodstream. We have a rush of insulin produced because it wants to store that all that is fat for us. Okay. And it leads to that cyclical high, low, high, low. I have high sugar. I have low sugar. I have high sugar. And what that leads to is increased cravings, increased appetite, increased weight gain, and decreased leptin production. Leptin helps create good metabolism. It helps decrease our appetite. It leads to, oh shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. But leptin really helps create a blocker, a barrier to the cyclical cycle of overeating and weight gain. And so it does help with that. And so what our program does, and we have a program based on low glycemic index sugars, okay, which leads to less insulin production and less bursts of insulin production, which maintains a level of glycemic control that prevents the ups and downs of the sugars. Therefore, we have less cravings. We have less hunger when we're in fat burn, right? We have more energy, we sleep better, and we lose weight. And what does that do to our psychological factors? It increases our self-esteem. It makes us less anxious and we're less depressed. And so it's just a win-win, you guys. So leptin is a good thing. It helps satisfy us. It gives us less energy or less appetite. It decreases our craving and it increases our energy. And so we have more motivation to get out there and move and get healthy and dance when Debbie makes us dance. So, I'm not a big dancer, but I'm learning. And I actually am a great dancer when Sherry's with me. So the first step, like I said, you get your life back. You get your eating under control. You stop being the victim. Okay. You're in charge of your own health. You're going to start losing weight. You're going to start feeling better. And then you're going to be empowered to even do more and more and more. The second step, increase your knowledge. You're doing it right now. Continue to do it. I can't tell you enough. Stay in contact with your coach. Get on Tuesday night calls. Get in your life book 5 minutes a day. And just remember, you guys are winners. Like, you took the step that most people will not take, and get out there, shout it to the rooftops. I can't tell you enough. Share your successes on Facebook. There's somebody out there struggling that doesn't know how to get control of their eating. And so by doing that, you guys, you're going to help somebody like me. I reached out to my friend's wife, Jennifer, who is now a dear friend of mine. And she saved me from a lifetime of misery. I'm going to age well now. I'm going to enjoy retirement. I'm going to have fun with friends. I'm going to stay out of the ER, and I'm not going to a nursing home early. I'm going to age gracefully. And so you can do this. And that's really all I got. I probably could have talked a little bit longer, but sugar addiction is really bad, you guys. And you guys have took the first step, and you should be very proud of yourself. So congratulations.
Wow, Chris, you are just blowing me away. I just love you so much, and we learned so much. And in case y'all did not notice, Chris has such a heart to help, to serve and to help, in her medical practice. And she knows what a huge problem obesity is. And now she knows how to help people.
Thanks,
And
Chris.
it's just been such a blessing to watch you on your journey with this, Chris. So thank you so much.
I can't thank you guys enough. I love you both.
We love you too. So anyway, I tell you what, I could just kind of stop right there, but I do have a couple more slides, and thank you so much, Chris. So this is what we love. Okay, let me continue on here. We don't just say, oh, sorry, you have a sugar addiction, I don't know, I'll pray for you. No, we have a solution. So now what? You have tools. You've got the life book. You've got element 4. You've got so many things. This is more, in case you haven't noticed. And if you're brand new, and we heard from some brand new clients, this is more than a diet. It's not a diet. It's learning healthy habits, and it's going to help you get healthy in your body and in your mind, and so much more. So here's our helpful tips. First of all, remember to give yourself grace. Like Debbie always has taught me, give yourself grace, okay?
And you want to make the decision to get back in the game. Sometimes you fall over, sometimes you fall out, but just make the decision to get back in there.
And you're on the call tonight. So, or if you're watching on the recording, you're back in the game, okay? Also, stay well hydrated, okay? Just get that water going. We're going to flush out that Easter candy. Yeah.
Okay, and you want to move some more, put that healthy motion, into play and get out there.
Yes. And then a big part is stop, challenge, choose. Stop. What are you doing? I don't care if they brought in some donuts. Okay. Stop. Do you really want a donut? Challenge yourself. No, you don't want to kick out of fat burn. Do you know any bites, tastes, and licks is going to kick you right out of fat burn? So challenge, and then choose to choose health. And you can say to people, it's not that I can't have that, it's that I don't want to have that. So thank you. See, now you've empowered yourself.
And you want to make yourself accountable. Remember, it's about personal responsibility. Just stay focused.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. The next thing is take inventory. Okay. What is your critical reality? What have you repeatedly tried to do and repeatedly failed at doing? Okay.
All right. You want to write it down. Do not fall into the shame and blame. We've all been there. Do not do that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you're not alone. You've got your coach, you've got your team, you've got your community. Go into the Elevate page for inspiration. You're always going to get it in there.
Yes. Okay. And whenever you need a little extra support and help, get into there. If you can't get a hold of your coach, go into the Elevate page. You all inspire all of us every day. Then finally, make the decision. You cannot do this on your own, but you're not alone. You have us. You have that community here to support you. Okay. Remember that. So here's your fun homework. Okay. I learned this from my friend Cindy Pounds. We always like to give some fun homework. You want to live out loud for accountability on our Elevate Facebook page and in your personal Facebook page to build an additional layer of accountability. That's so key with this. Okay, you're going to be accountable with your friends and your family by entering our fun contest. I started by telling you, you can take a screenshot of this, or you can go into the Elevate page and you can take a look at it, but you're going to win wellness credits off your next order of your fueling. So enter this contest, live out loud, and you're going to love that. So I want to stop the share because I just want to share one more thing from my heart before we finish tonight. Like Chris said, she put it so beautifully. When I first got on program, I was not a coach. I was a client, and I was a hot mess. Okay. And I stopped believing in myself, but I had the strength after praying to reach out to Debbie. And that was huge. So those of you, it's hard sometimes to reach out for help. And I reached out to Debbie. Mike didn't want to get on program. And I was like, I was worried about him. We weighed 75 pounds more. So I got on program, and and I remember after the first week, I'm like, this is working. I didn't deviate. I stuck to it. I 5-and-1'd it. And, you know, when people's like, oh, I cheated a little bit, you're cheating yourself. I didn't want to cheat myself, right? So I stayed on program. I listened to Debbie. I got, you know, into the books eventually. We didn't even have a life book in the beginning. We just kind of, remember, Debbie, we just had to figure it out. But I started feeling so much better. And after a few months or so, as I was losing the weight, and I remember Debbie said, hey, pray about the word of a word for the year. And my word was empowered, because I felt like I was a hot mess and I lost all my power and control. But with this, I started to regain it. So we want that for you, friends. So empower yourself, get into your life book, read Element 4. We love you. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's training, and for our clients, and empower yourself. So now we're going to go over to a coach portion. So some of you might be like, yeah, I'm kind of curious what it's like to be a coach. Well, you could be a fly on the wall or fly on the Zoom wall. And so we're going to jump out of here and jump back into the same Zoom room for our coach portion. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We love you. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.